Good morning and Happy New Year. It is 2023 and we are starting a new adventure in Let's Play where we play games in my Steam and GOG library. And this year, instead of picking one game each week and taking a quick look at it, we're picking a game each month and we will look at it over 4 video sessions. And we are starting with a game from 2018 by Owlcat Games called Pathfinder Kingmaker, based off the tabletop game. Pathfinder Kingmaker is the first isometric party-based computer RPG set in the Pathfinder fantasy universe. Enjoy a classic RPG experience inspired by games like Baldur's Gate, Fallout 1 and 2, and Arcanum. Explore and conquer the stolen lands and make them your kingdom. And it is currently on sale for the pretty low price of $5.99. And that sale, like all the other sales on Steam, will be ending January 5th. So, it's a single player game. It's clearly an RPG. Let's take a look at it. I have started a game just to kind of get familiar with the controls. Let's just say it's going to be tricky. It's not what I'm used to, but we'll get over that. There are 2 kinds of issues the ruler must address, boring ones and amusing ones. The bright side, you have servants and advisors to handle all the boring problems. Lander Labita. Alright. And since it's an RPG, there is a lot of dialogue. So, fair warning.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming.
In dialogue.
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, and this is Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
I'm just going to point out that the voice acting in this is pretty good so far.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the stolen lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Rostov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder. Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler. Any questions?
Okay, so we have a set of questions we can ask her. We're going to start with, why not just recognize the Stag Lord as Baron?
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Okay, so next question. There's a whole team of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
Oh, you're a little toad.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
Oh, well, hello, Downy Debber. Debbie Downer.
If I may please answer the question.
She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down, as everyone directs their attention towards her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
So, you're helping us found a barony. What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Yeah, Toad.
Of course we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability. We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
What is that smell in the air? Is it the smell of unspoken words and political intrigue?
Noticing you've heard her comment, she winks at you coyly. What rewards can we expect exactly?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate.
Now you're talking.
The barbarian's more interested in a banquet than gold and titles. Okay, well, it's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Rostov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet, go, and return in triumph.
Boy, he is definitely overly enthusiastic.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Thrally Hammerbrace. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something.
Oh?
How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Wait, a book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain.
Continue.
You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly?
Okay.
And then, really?
Oh,
Well, all right. But I hope you change your mind.
eek.
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Okay. I don't know what I told her, but... Oh, that's what she said. I have nothing against Tartuccio. Okay. I guess she doesn't technically, because she doesn't know who he is. Alright, and then of course it tells us, move the camera, use WASD. Tomorrow our glorious journey begins. Are you ready? I hope so. I don't need layabouts on my team. Finally, the idle talk's over. Can't wait to set out. Just simple bandits? We'll deal with them in no time. What game is Jamandi playing? I'm not used to feeling like a pawn. Our own barony. Now that's a prize worth fighting for. Alright. So. Let's head out. Click icon to exit the current area. Fae are native inhabitants of the first world. A large variety of different creatures fall under this category. Dryads, satyrs, and even the cruel little mites are all Fae.
Help! Help!
Lindsay bursts into your room. She looks scared. Her face is smeared with soot, and she holds a weapon in her hand. Help! Help! What is going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help. Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Lead the way. Okie doke. You're not going anywhere. Combat. Combat happens in real time, but you can pause the game at any time to assess the situation and give orders to your companions. To pause or unpause, press space. Click an opponent in order to attack them. To switch between turn-based and real-time mode, use game settings. Most of the game's mechanics are based on the Pathfinder role-playing game system. You use dice rolls to determine the results of actions. The most common die has 20 sides and is used for both checks and attacks. When a battle starts, each combatant makes an initiative check. The higher their initiative, the earlier the character can act. Initiative scores can be viewed in the combat log. Combat is divided into rounds with each round lasting 6 seconds. An attack is a character's attempt to strike an opponent. The result of an attack roll depends on many factors: wielded weapons, the combatant's abilities, etc. An attack succeeds if the result of an attack roll equals or exceeds the target's armor class. The amount of damage dealt in the case of a successful attack depends on the weapon's stats and other factors such as buff spells. Attack roll results and damage numbers can be found in the combat log. The higher a character's armor class, the more difficult it is to successfully attack them. It combines many factors such as equipment stats, dexterity bonus, passive abilities, etc.
Their life ends here.
Okay, so we got some dude standing right in front of us. Smite evil. He has been smited. Of course, you can interact with various objects such as bodies of dead by clicking on them. Blah, blah, blah. And we have some chain. And a dagger. Inventory. Okay, so what she's got is already better than this junk. I'm going to drop this. Okay, close that. Anything else I can look at before I leave? Nope, good. Okay, moving on. The assassins are already here. Follow me quickly. Lindsay's journal contains current quests and tasks. When their status changes, you will also see a notification on the main screen to open Lindsay's journal. Press J.
Ah, a test of my abilities.
Okay, so this must be Lindsay's journal. Follow Lindsay. I don't think there's anything really important to see there, but good to know. Alright, so we need to attack these.
This will hurt. This spell works differently.
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
Okay.
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the Stolen Lands.
Okay.
Speaking of dummies, take this ring. Quiet now, so that little fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
Alright. You've acquired a ring. In order to equip it, open your inventory by pressing I. And I have equipped. It grants its wearer a +1 bonus to armor class. Doesn't seem like it's very... Well, I mean, it is the very beginning, so I guess... Oh, and meet Miss Thrally Hammer Brace. She is a dwarf. She is lawful good. And she is a paladin. So, anything else we need to know about her? Not really. Alright, back to the game. Now, the door is blocked from the other side. Okay. Anything good here? No, just daggers. There are several companions in your party now. To select a single character, click on their portrait or press the corresponding key, Alt 1 through Alt 6. To select multiple characters at once and give them the same order, draw a frame around them while holding down the left mouse button. To select all characters, press backspace. Okay. Oh, we'll take that. And we'll take that. Alright, so. I see a dead person in there. Oh, lovely. Well, if there's a dead person in there, there's somebody in there surely that killed them. And there is. Okay.
Serves you right. Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Alright.
This spell works differently.
So is it Alt 2?
You deserved it.
Ear-piercing scream. Advanced combat. Lindsay and Tartusio are capable of casting spells. To use the spell, click on its icon in the action panel, and then on the target, companion, or enemy, depending on desired effect. For clerics, druids, magi, paladins, rangers, and wizards, spells are prepared in advance and expended when cast. The character must then rest before casting it again. Bards, inquisitors, and sorcerers can use their spells several times per day, but their spell repertoire is limited. Spells have various characteristics, such as range, duration, school, etc. To review all the spells available to a character, open their spellbook by pressing B. When a character acquires a new spell or ability, it automatically appears in the first free slot on their action panel. For spontaneous casters, it happens as soon as they get it. For casters who have to prepare their spells, it happens when they prepare it for the first time. If you remove a spell from the action panel, it won't appear there automatically again. Most characters have usable abilities, which may be limited to a certain number of charges. To use an ability, click on its icon in the action panel or in the Special Abilities menu, and then on the target. You might target a companion or an enemy, depending on the desired effect. Some abilities do not require targeting or can be switched on or off. Some actions performed close to an armed opponent can provoke an additional attack upon your character without waiting for the opponent's turn. Such actions include, among other things, casting spells, attempts to move away from an opponent, except for the 5-foot step in turn-based mode, standing up from prone, and shooting ranged weapons. To slow down the time and better control the course of the battle, hold shift space when the game is paused. Lindsay. Oh, that's not Lindsay. That's Tartusio, I think. Yeah, that's Tartusio. Each character has a certain number of hit points. When a character's hit point value drops to 0, they lose consciousness. After combat is over, the character will get up and can be controlled again. A character's hit point value can drop into negative numbers. The character can survive some negative hit points, but if their amount becomes equal to their constitution score, the character dies. To resurrect him, you will need a special spell. To restore lost hit points, you can use healing spells, potions, or rest. Healing potions can be bought from merchants or obtained as trophies after combat. Healing spells are accessible to the following classes: Bard, Druid, Cleric, Inquisitor, Paladin, and Ranger. To use expendable items such as scrolls, potions, and rods, open a character's inventory and place them in the quick slot on their belt. Return to the main screen and click the belt button on the action panel to access these items. You cannot use an expendable item on the inventory screen.
I'm always ready.
Alright, so we got potions. Okay, we'll take that, and we will take that, and we'll take that, and we'll take that. Everything else pretty much looks like junk, so we'll leave it behind. Anything else in here that we might want to look at before we go? Nope. Okay, moving on. Oh. Okay, so we have a couple doors here. Let's go this way. There are people in here. Oh no, is everyone dead? Pathetic. They couldn't even defend themselves, but they thought they could conquer the stolen lands? Well, I don't think they'll be needing that gold anymore. Tian Zia Inc. Okay, we'll take that. We're kind of keeping an eye on this. Wonder if anybody can use this.
Enlighten me.
I wrote it like I saw it.
You wrote it like you saw it? Okay. Alright. That room's clear. Let's try this one. More dead people. Hide armor. A heavy mace. Anything else? No. Alright, so. She still has better armor than that. And she still has a better weapon than that. What about you? Can you? No, you cannot wear that. But, oh, you could wear that, but it gives you a -2 to armor check penalty and 20 to arcane spell failure chance. So, probably not a good idea. You can use this, but you're using a crossbow right now, and ranged attacks are probably good. Alright, what about you? You cannot use any armor. Okay. Can you use this? Can be equipped. You're also using a crossbow right now, though. So we're going to leave you. Alright. Another room. Oh, okay, it's open. I was like, wait a second, why can't I get in here? But it's already open. Oh, look, the kitty cat. Hey, kitty. Well, they're gonna leave you alone, because you're just a cat. Oh, grab some fish. Definitely gonna grab food. Food, food, food. And cooking almanac. Okay. Definitely want that. And how much weight are we carrying around now? We're on medium. I don't know. Some of these things I could probably just get rid of.
In due time.
Ooh, lots of gold. And a silver ring. I'll take that.
It's the end for you rats!
Oh, it's our barbarian friend. Oh, and she is mad.
Then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me!
You should have run.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down. Blood for Gorum!
Swinging her bloody sword, she runs towards the sound of battle. Okay.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
What, stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Oh, God, they're funny. Okay. Another healing potion. The rest of the stuff's junk. And always a good idea to save often. So let's save the game. Game saved. Okay. Alright, so that is our first look at this game. Like I said, there is a ton of dialogue in it. And it is turn-based. It is definitely got an old school style to it. I like the graphics. The dialogue is good. The voice acting is very good. And I'm starting to kind of get my feel for it. I like it. But we'll see if I continue to like it as the game progresses. And until next time, bye for now.